What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Vegan Girl Diaries episode 7. Today I want to go over just a few super simple vegan alternatives that you can easily start implementing into your life every single day. And you guys know the book Eat This, Not That. I remember having that for like the longest time, but this is going to be the veganized version. So this could be going from omnivore to vegan or vegetarian to vegan, just with a simple food swap. But before diving in, I wanted to share something. I just got back from a trip to San Diego, and I would say that city hands down has the best vegan food that I've ever had while I was traveling. And my fiance and I basically took like a vegan food tour when I was visiting, and he actually enjoyed a lot of the vegan places, but we went to several different spots that had different options so we could both enjoy different foods. So I wanted to share my favorite spots for any SoCal people, or if you're going to be traveling to San Diego, because they're freaking amazing. So on our first night, I'm probably going to pronounce all of these restaurants wrong. I apologize in advance. But our first night we went to Ranchos Cocina or Cocina. I don't really know what one it is, but it had probably one of the biggest menus that I've ever seen. And there were a ton of vegan options on it, like a ton. I'm not even exaggerating with that. There was like soy riso made from tofu, vegan enchiladas, burritos, vegan cheese, all the guac, salsa, like everything. It was so amazing. Hands down one of the best Mexican restaurants I've ever been to. Moving on to Italian food, I actually posted this up on my Instagram. I tagged the restaurants too, so you can go see and go look at their Instagrams because they have like the most amazing food pictures. But it was awesome. It's called Civico 1845, and it was in Little Italy. And Little Italy in San Diego was adorable, but it had an entire vegan menu, and the waiters there were like authentic Italian people. They were so cute, and it was awesome. They had authentic vegan Italian dishes and desserts. So what I did is I got the vegan bolognese. I kind of made it my own, just got fusilli, and it was basically crumbled vegan sausage, and they gave me nutritional yeast. They said it was like Parmesan cheese. It's kind of funny. And what was it? A side of rice mozzarella. I was not expecting it to be amazing, but it was so fresh and so great. It was probably the best Italian food I've ever had since being a vegan. And I also asked for arrabbiata sauce, which is like a spicy marinara sauce, and it was so good. I don't think any word can describe my happiness level during that meal. It was so amazing. So I would definitely recommend that place as like my number one option to go to in Little Italy in San Diego. Another place that I've been stalking for months, you guys, because I love their social media so much. It's called Plant Power Fast Food, and we actually went there twice. Go check out their Instagram. They have the most amazing food, and you'll be super hungry just looking at that page. But I wanted to go there for like every meal. It was so good. They have like breakfast sandwiches, vegan apparel there, and they have like basically every fast food meal that's veganized. So they even had like chicken and waffles, like I said, little breakfast sandwiches. We personally tried the black bean burgers and the beefy patties. Yes, we went back on 2 separate days because it was that good. I thought the beefy patty was better. Let's see, what else did we try? The secret sauce on their fries. It was kind of like an In-N-Out animal style fries, but veganized. The fries, the soft serve was so good. The green juice, because we had to have something with veggies in it, they were all great. And the fake bacon on one of the burgers was awesome too. It was just epic. And that was in Ocean Beach. So go check that place out, because that was probably my I don't know. They're totally different, the Italian place and that, but they were really good. Another epic spot, which I was not expecting to even be good, was called Blue Smoke Sushi, and that was in Fashion Valley Shopping Mall. And my fiance loves sushi, and obviously I don't. So I saw on the menu 2 different tofu dishes. So I was like, okay, I'm in. And you guys, it was hands down the best tofu I have ever had in my entire life. And that is saying something, because I eat a lot of tofu. I love it. I know how to cook it. It was super spicy. It was actually called on the menu spicy tofu with veggies and rice, and it was very spicy. I love my spices, but it was extra firm, which I think a lot of restaurants don't do, and cubed. It was cooked to perfection. And I think so many restaurants don't understand how to cook it correctly, or they'll always use soft tofu and it's soggy and it doesn't marinate very well. So it kind of gives tofu a bad name. And honestly, it just comes down to how you cook it and the spices. But after that restaurant, we went to a place called True Foods Kitchen, which is also in NorCal. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but it was awesome. It was like a couple spots down from, it was in the same mall. So afterwards we went there and we got dessert there, and they had vegan vanilla ice cream, and I asked for like cacao nibs on the side. so good, you guys. And there was raw key lime pie, and I tried that. My fiance got it. It was amazing. We feasted. It was epic. No regrets. It was basically a food tour when I went down there, because I'm like, I've been looking this up for so long and I want to try all these restaurants. But anyway, we went to a lot of other places that I can go into at another time. But whenever you go to a restaurant, you can always veganize your own dish. Like I went to another one, it was called like Baha Betty. I forget what district it was in, but it was really good. I got like black bean tacos. So there's, wherever you go in San Diego, there's so many different places. Download the Happy Cow app and you could see all the vegan restaurants, vegan friendly, vegetarian, all of that. So speaking of veganizing dishes, let's talk about eating this versus that. And I made a graphic of this on my like page if you guys want to check it out, to just cover the basics, because so many foods we don't realize there's even a dairy-free, cruelty-free alternative, because we don't realize that. But nowadays, especially living in California, or even having access to Amazon, you can basically get everything non-vegan that's been made vegan, like everything you could possibly think of. And I'll be going into like meat and cheese alternatives in another episode though, so I will be going into that. Why the sad face? Oh my gosh. But let's talk cow's milk. That's for baby cows. So we're not baby cows. So here are alternatives: almond milk, soy milk, cashew milk, rice milk, coconut milk, or you could do a blend. Like my favorite one is coconut almond milk blend by Silk. It's so good. It's like a tropical smoothie. It's great. But any plant-based milk, you can get it pretty much anywhere. You can even make your own. You can make your own almond milk. I'm sure you could just Google it and figure that out. I haven't done that yet myself. I feel like it probably takes a long time. Next one, ground beef. Why, you guys? Why do we need to do that? Like, let's just stop destroying our environment with the meat industry and instead have veggies instead, like lentils or mushrooms. I actually make a really good mushroom stroganoff. It's on my Pinterest and my blog. My lentil bolognese is also really good and omnivore approved. Beyond beef crumbles too, you can use those. There's Light Life crumbles, there's Gardein, meatless ground. There are so many different like beef options, but lentils and mushrooms are probably my favorite. And I love Beyond Beef crumbles, they're incredible. You can get those too now at like Target or Safeway. A lot of organic markets make their own. So Trader Joe's has like their own little Beyond Beef ground stuff anyway. But drop the beef, go veggie, it's very easy. Parmesan cheese. This one's kind of random, but it is so basic and the alternatives are so freaking good. Number one would be nutritional yeast. Obviously, you got your B12, your protein, it's flaky, it's perfect on top of pasta. I put it on everything, especially my meal prep. Or what you can do is ground up some raw cashews and it's the same consistency. It literally looks exactly like Parmesan cheese, ground cashews. So you could put this on top of a plant-based lasagna. I've made 2 different ones on my blog. They're delicious. Or pizza. It's really good on pizza. If you put it in the oven, it'll brown and it's like crunchy. It's super delicious. And there's also a Parmesan topping by Go Veggie. I think some of those aren't vegan, so you have to be careful, but the Go Veggie one, that's vegan, is amazing. It tastes literally exactly the same as Parmesan cheese. So if you're like, you love cheese, you love putting it on top of things, get that. There's no dairy. You can get that at Whole Foods, the Go Veggie brand, or you could just ground up cashews and make your own. The next one is mayo. And honestly, there's a ton of vegan mayos now and like dairy free. You can get it anywhere. But I would rather not have like a surplus of oil because that's what they're made of. So instead, use avocado. It is perfection. Just get a ripe avocado, use it in a sandwich, in a dip. You can use it for everything. And butter, the same thing. So you can use avocado, which is like Earth's natural butter, or coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, or even vegan butter. Like I use Earth Balance sometimes, like if I make a vegan grilled cheese. My favorite vegan cheese, by the way, is the Chow brand. The cayenne pepper Chow slices are so good, and they sell them at Safeway now. So you could use that, Earth Balance, vegan butter, and a lot of people who use that and aren't even vegan. Lastly, chicken. You don't need to harm animals to get your fix, so you also don't need it to survive. Newsflash. But a lot of people transition for different reasons, right? And a lot of people, maybe like the taste. Not everyone is raised vegan. I only know one person that is raised vegan. Shout out to my roommate in college, Sarah, who changed my life about veganism. But you can do this in a couple different ways if you like the taste of chicken. So let's see, it's just important to adapt. So tofu is a great alternative. What you can do is put it in like cornstarch. This is what I did in college. I actually would take some extra firm cube tofu, drain it, and then I put some cornstarch on it, and then I would pan fry it. And I put like orange sauce on it. I mean, it wasn't super healthy, but it was really good. So that's like where you can get your orange chicken fix. You can also bread it, you can fry it if you really want to, so that's really good. Or you could just go to Veggie Girl and get a freaking chicken sandwich. It tastes the same. But tofu really depends on the spices and how you cook it. So if you're like, I don't like tofu, you probably didn't cook it right or use the right spices. So if you need help with that, reach out to me. I have tons and tons of recipes that could change your perspective on tofu. Lastly, Beyond Chicken. It's really good, you guys. It tastes like chicken, or somewhat. I kind of forget. I haven't had it in like 13 years, but it's super fast to cook. It takes like 5 minutes to cook on the stove. It's $5, I think, for one bag of Beyond Chicken, and it's like 3+ servings. So you get a lot for very little amount of money. So those are all the vegan alternatives that I wanted to talk about today. There are several easy vegan swaps and some amazing San Diego vegan spots to check out. So I hope that you guys do go to those if you're in SoCal. But if this was helpful, if you're watching this on YouTube, please give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to just comment below if you guys have any questions about any of these, or if you have swaps that you want to share with me, just so I can use them in the future, or if you have any ideas for future videos, I'd be more than happy to write down the ideas and do them in the future. You all rock. I hope you have a fantastic Friday, and I'll see you next time on the Vegan Girl Diaries.